How's it going? This is Adam Cherry with Desert Greens Equipment. Today we're going to go and take a look at an X300 series lawn tractor that we have. Maybe take a look at a few of the service options that you can perform on your own mower. One thing that causes some confusion sometimes is underneath the seat over here you do have a couple of tools. Now this will be in your X300 through 700 series machines. You get a little T-handle wrench sitting here. Then you also have a deck leveling gauge. So this particular tool right here is going to make it nice and easy for you to level your mower deck, which is really important whenever you get out to mow anytime during the season. So first things first, like we talked about before on utility vehicles, is tire pressure is pretty important on these machines. On most John Deere mowers, your 10 PSIs in the rear, 14 PSIs in the front. Make sure that they're balanced and evens before we start to level our mower deck. So with our mower deck, if we come and we take a look here at our gauge right down on the foot platform, you're gonna see there that our deck leveling tool looks exactly like the deck leveling position moniker that's sitting right by our level. So what we want to ensure there is that our mower deck height is set exactly where that moniker is sitting down there on the gauge. And once that happens, then we're gonna take here and you'll see it'll tell us to put this in 3 different points. So if we look at our mower deck, it should make pretty inherent sense there, 1, 2, and 3. And all that we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this and we are going to set it down on the floor. And what I'm looking for is just the same clearance on those 3 points in the deck whenever we're going around. So depending on how I wanna look at it, I can look here and I can see that that's right about at the bottom of the deck. If it's too high or too low, I'm gonna get my T-handle. And we're gonna go ahead, and there is actually a hole that's drilled out in the platform here on the mower deck itself. And then we can find ourselves our little hex screw that's sitting right underneath here. And if we turn to the right, that's gonna raise our mower deck. If we turn to the left, that's gonna set it down. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna graze the top of our tool here. So I'm gonna do that on the left-hand side. I'm gonna do the same thing on the right-hand side, and then I'll come and do it on the front of the mower deck as well. What we need to remember there is as I raise one side of the mower deck, the other side actually comes down a little bit. So we might go back and forth a couple times side to side before I go to the front. Now, whenever I go to the front up here, I'm gonna take and go ahead and put that down right where it tells us to. Our tool is no longer effective in the front. So we do have either an 18 millimeter, or if you have a 3/4 inch wrench or something like that, we're gonna use that on the front end to raise and lower the mower deck. Now on my tool up there, if the mower deck is a little lower than it is on the back here when we're doing the side to side, that's okay. So that's just called rake on a mower. It actually gives us good airflow in the mower deck. What we don't want is we don't want the front of the mower deck to be up higher than the rear of the mower deck. So as long as we're level or a little forward pitch to it, good to go. So a nice level mower deck is going to ensure that we're gonna get good cut quality with our machine. Some of the other things that you might take a look at on a regular basis is right underneath the hood here, especially out here in New Mexico. We like to check our air filter. Air filters will be located right on the front of the engine in most cases. There are a few different styles that you can take a look at. But here we can see that we have a primary with a secondary air filter, little foam pad over the top right here. But you do want to make sure and check those occasionally to see what they look like, make sure we're not getting any dirt ingestion in the engine. You do have your engine oil, dipstick, as well as your fill sitting right down here. We do want to make sure and clean that and then check and ensure that our oil is between the 2 fill lines to it. We have our oil filter sitting right down below it. You have an inline fuel filter. So that's just between a couple of clamps that are sitting out in there. And on most of these machines, you will have a sticker on the hood that is going to show you your service hour intervals for that machine. I would say that you probably want to do things at least annually on your machine. If you're using it more often, it's typically there every 100 hours. On X series machines, maybe as little as 50 hours whenever you get down to a 100 series machines. That's going to be it for today. Certainly, we hope that you'll bring your machine in to get it ready for the season that's coming up ahead. Also on 300 and 500 series machines, John Deere currently has a promotion of $300 or $500 off on those machines. So if we can help you out with anything, just visit us at desertgreensequipment.com. Thanks.